So this video is blowing up. It's going mega viral, exposing a whole bunch of different weird tweets that Kris Tyson has made in the past. Tweets begging Shadman to draw CP of like his favorite characters. Tweets where Kris Tyson is basically fawning over a drawing of Caillou being by his mom. All sorts of just deranged, weird, crazy stuff that Kris Tyson has done, more than the infamous ones like him saying that he has a shad-based drawing as a centerpiece in his living room. I'm going to read those tweets this guy put in his video, but this video then sent me down a rabbit hole. I have an alleged response from Kris Tyson where he addresses all these tweets. He addressed it last year, allegedly privately to another creator. I opened this pinned comments channel up and he's talking about a whole bunch of stuff with Kris Tyson, showing even more tweets where he's replying to Shadman, showing that Kris Tyson had some really young fan that he was a big fan of. I don't know. It's insane. So I'm going to review some of this and just let me know what you guys think, because this story is nuts. Let's start from the top. So Adrox's video, of course, goes over who Shadman is. I recommend you watch his video if you know nothing about him, but he's super deranged, basically just super crazy. But Kris made that tweet where he said that Shadbase's art is up in his home, and it was actually proven by Adrox in this video. He found a frame where Jimmy is sitting in what is presumably Kris's place, and he's looking directly at this art piece by Shadman up on the wall. So he actually found genuine physical proof in one of Jimmy's videos, the one titled Tipping Pizza Delivery Guys $10,000 from 6 years ago, to show, yes, that the drawing featuring this girl is actually up on the wall, which is just insane. But then he starts showing a whole bunch of other strange tweets that Kris has made now, just basically begging for Lolly to be drawn by Shadman in multiple different weird, deranged ways. First, this one from 2018 where he replies to some deleted post that we don't know what it was now, but something probably related to Teen Titans, because then Kris says, "No Beast Boy trap. Shad, you've changed." Beast Boy, of course, being this little boy character from Teen Titans. He's basically just saying that Shad has changed for not drawing this guy, I guess, is probably the assumption here. And then another thing which is also absolutely disgusting, where someone shouts out Shadbase's art, and it's art of Caillou, the 4-year-old child cartoon. And he says, "Remember this growing up? Me too, check it out." And then links a link to Shadbase's website, which is a pornographic comic of Caillou and his mother. And then Kris obviously sees this and I guess just has a meltdown. He's just so flustered by this drawing because he replies, "Help, I need an adult. Why are you engaging in this? Why are you openly consuming this media? Are you disgusting? Are you deranged? What the fuck is wrong with you?" This is way worse than any of the stuff we've seen before. I mean, this is openly just engaging with drawn CP. What the fuck are we doing here? Then he shows art of 2 children from Gravity Falls, Mabel and Dipper, where someone drew them making out with each other, and it's absolutely disgusting. He had to censor it for this video. Adrox had to censor it. And Kris decided to jump in and give his take on this disgusting CP and say, they're twins. So at this point, it's just masturbation, right? I mean, what the fuck are we even doing? I mean, this is just insane, right? Like, how can we defend this? There's no possible way to defend this. He's a lolicon. He likes kids. He wants to touch kids. Then Adrox shows another tweet from this guy named Soranglinson. I don't know how you say his name, but he just shows Violet from The Incredibles just raging, I guess, just a couple pictures of her. And Kris decides to comment saying, "Low-key, she cute. Why? You couldn't ask me. I had no idea," but he's calling the 14-year-old girl cute. So that's where we're at with him. But then he shows a clip of Kris accidentally pulling up Shadbase's website on stream back in 2019. And I guess it happened to have safe for work drawings, because then Kris shouted out Shadbase directly on Twitter saying, "Shout out to Shadbase for having safe for work drawings today." Accidentally pulled up his website on stream, crying laughing emoji. So he also is just openly saying he very frequently goes on Shadbase's website. And this is as late as April 2019, April 16th. Then he shows that Shadman tweeted out a photo of a 10-year-old anime girl on his Twitter account. This is the girl. And Shadman captures it, "What is this and why do people keep sending me this?" And Kris decides to reply, just begging him to draw a 10-year-old girl in a sexual manner, saying, "Please, Shad, please." So he's on his knees begging Shad for drawn CP, which is amazing. Awesome. This is just, what are we going to do here? What is this? Then just also showing that Kris Tyson is liking tweets of Lolly. I mean, that's what this is here, showing that it's liked by him. So just to add on to the pile of bullshit. And then, of course, he ended off with the classic "nothing gets my knob cranking like some lolly" tweet that he made back in 2016. And so, of course, I actually have an alleged DM from Kris Tyson themselves. This was coming up again back in April of 2023, like all the lolly tweets, not the ones I just read, but the couple that were very viral back then, like "nothing gets my knob cranking" and all that bullshit. Well, this was what Kris Tyson allegedly sent to Jalen, another commentary YouTuber. Of course, I can't confirm this, but Jalen did tweet this out back in April 2023. And Jalen asked them about the whole controversy, and this was what Kris had to say about it. Kris says, if anyone ever asks, just say you talked to me and I explained it was a shitty joke to get likes from a reply from Shad. I didn't even know about all the stuff he did, but one of his first controversies, I stopped interacting with him a long time ago. So you didn't know about all the stuff that Shadman did, but there's clips of you pulling up Shadbase's website on your channel, and then you're adding Shadbase, like trolling and teasing him for having safe for work drawings. Like, what do you mean you didn't know what he was doing? It's right there. You were directly replying to a post where he drew Caillou, and you were like fawning and fangirling over it. What are you talking about? Of course you knew what he was doing. There's no excuse here. You can't just lie and say that you had no idea. You were masturbating to it, most likely. You were enjoying it. And so, of course, this sent me down a rabbit hole pipeline where then I looked at the pinned comment on Adrox's video, and it comes from this guy named Prizm TV. And Prizm TV says, I was tagged and I came. Yes, it's true. Kris Tyson is a creep. I started investigating him a little over a year ago and tried to get people to cover this. Nobody covered this, so I had EDP445 try to bring attention to this. After he made the "We Must Protect Our Kids" video, he started to become uncooperative and I had to find someone else. Eventually, I tried Chris Chan. That fell too. Mike Klum's documentary put me in a position where I had to release the information, despite the fact I knew Kris Tyson would delete everything once he found out. Verdius helped me cover the information because I knew it would help spread the information. Chris found out because of LavaGS is still in contact with him. It's too late for him. Not only do we have screen recordings, but there exist archived web pages as well. I'm still not done investigating him as well as getting out the information. We'll just have to see how this unfolds. Great video, but also missing a lot of other details. Like how about the fact that Kris Tyson messaged a 14-year-old and jokingly flirted and talked about sending nudes to him. I would not use the "nothing gets my knob cranking like some lolly." Philip DeFranco already covered it as missing context. Chris was mocking someone else. We want to make sure we provide full context and accurate information. Also, a very important detail is Shadman's video, "I like to draw lollies," in the description. It gives us a time frame on when he was known for this, since he writes it himself in the description. Then Adrox replies saying, "Hey man, I mentioned that the last video was out of context, and I'm going to try to cover what you said in the future." So then I said, okay, what the hell is this guy talking about? He had EDP445 talk about Kris Tyson, Chris Chan. Like, what am I reading here? This has to be just like, this is, what is this rabbit hole? He basically has multiple videos where he just kind of goes over the investigation he's been doing, I suppose, for the last, I guess it's been a year now that he's been doing it, for the last year. And so this guy's page has multiple videos kind of going over things. And I won't lie, I'm going to be completely transparent to give this guy some criticism. He seems a little bit like just strange in the way that he presents information. He kind of rambles a lot. And I don't know, it's hard to follow along or pay too much attention to. That's just my honest take. But watching the information, some of it is just deranged and insane. Like he even shows more tweets where Chris is openly interacting with Shadman. Here, Chris is replying to a Shadman tweet, which is also deleted, but he was able to dig up the comic that he was replying to. And so Chris says, "Peep my favorite snack in the spaghetti," which is Tide Pods, right? And it looks like maybe back in 2018, he was just making an edgy Tide Pod meme, like, oh, he's eating Tide Pods, lol, it's funny. Well, this guy shows that it's actually a Shadman drawing where the joke is that there's a Tide Pod in this child's spaghetti, and he said it tastes like ass. And then the mother starts molesting the child and like forcing her to perform oral on him, like actually eat her ass. So it's straight up just, I mean, it's just lolicon, drawn child, which is what Shadman was known for. And Chris was consuming this content and thought it was hot and awesome and wanted to join in, I guess, on the meme of the Tide Pod and the spaghetti. And so, yeah, I started looking at the rest of this guy's channel. He's got some more notable videos. He's got Kris Tyson talked inappropriately to a 13-year-old. I kind of want to look at this. I skimmed over it a little bit. I haven't, fully vetted everything to make a video on it. But if you guys want me to, let me know in the comments below, because maybe this is something that I should take a look at. I'll review it. I'll be critical. I'll be genuine. But this video is already long as it is. And this is almost nearly an hour of content. So it's going to have to be a separate video. But in terms of Kris Tyson and the whole Shad-based stuff, that's all I really got to say about this. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.